Hello and welcome to the online classes for grade 8. Today we will study about pronouns. Now this is a chapter from our highlight grammar textbook, chapter number 4, pronouns. Let us begin knowing what a pronoun is. Now, a pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. We all know what is a noun. A noun is a name of a place, of a person, of an animal or thing. Now, when we use a word in place of this noun, it is called a pronoun. For example, Lina is a dancer. She dances well. Now, for instance, if we had a sentence like Lina is a dancer, Lina dances well. You see, there is repetition. We do not want to repeat a noun again and again in a sentence. Okay? So, we will use a pronoun instead of that noun. Now, the Lina is a girl. So, the pronoun used for the girl, that is for feminine, is she. Lina is a dancer. She dances well. Okay? So, we have used the pronoun she in place of the noun Lina. A pronoun is mostly used to replace a noun because we do not wish to repeat the same noun several times. Okay, so if in a sentence we have a noun 2 times, we can use one of it as a pronoun. Now look at this here. Let's ask Lina if Lina will dance. See, we have Lina, Lina. We do not want this repetition. So it becomes, let's ask Lina if she will dance. So you see, instead of this noun Lina, we have the word she. Okay. Now the next thing is antecedent. The noun which is replaced by a pronoun is known as its antecedent. Okay. So this noun here that we have replaced, Lina, okay, is the antecedent of she. Let's look at this simple exercise here. It will make you understand better. Now underline the pronouns and identify their antecedents in the following sentences. Okay, we are going to underline the pronoun, which one is the pronoun and which is the antecedent. That means that which noun did we replace with the pronoun. Look at the sentence. We told Anshul that he can apply for the post. Originally this sentence was, we told Anshul that Anshul can apply for the post. You see, there was repetition of Anshul. So we removed the second Anshul and we put a he. So he is the pronoun and Anshul is the antecedent. My cousins have a noisy dog. It barks whole day. So dog here is the antecedent. It is the pronoun. If you see Dina, give her this book. The original sentence was, if you see Dina, give Dina this book. So you see, we will be repeating Dina. Instead, we leave the first one and the second noun, we make it a pronoun, her. So whenever you have two same nouns, you can replace one of them with a pronoun. Now let's look at the kinds of pronouns. Pronouns are of different kinds. Let us discuss them below. The first one is personal pronoun. Now personal, that means when we are talking about something of our own, ourself. For example, the pronouns I, me, she, her, he, him, you, we, us, it, they and them come in the place of people, animals or things. So they are called personal pronouns. So when we want to replace a person's name, an animal's name or a thing's name, we use these pronouns. Now we have 3 different types of personal pronouns. We have first person, second person and third person. First person pronoun is when we are talking about myself or ourself, something that is me, myself, I, me, us, our, ours, we, mine, my. For example, where is Anil? I have not seen him since afternoon. So I am talking, I am the one that is saying this, that is why there is an I. This is first person. Now second person pronouns, we have you, your, yours. Second person pronouns when there is somebody else also. Okay, we are talking to somebody. Did you know Rita? Did she come to your house? You see, so there is another person who we are talking about. That is why we have the you. Third person pronoun, he, she, they, them, their, theirs, him, his, her, hers. For example, when we are talking about people that are not with us, somewhere else. Nisha and Amrisha are sisters. They are always together. So it is a general statement. These two are sisters. They. They here is the third person pronoun. They are always together. So this is the first type of pronoun, personal pronoun. The second type of pronoun is possessive pronoun. Now possessive pronouns indicate possession. Possession means something that is my own. Okay? For example, mine, ours, his, hers, its, theirs and yours. Now for example, this car is mine. That is, it is my own car. Where is yours? Where is your own car? So we are talking about possession, something that belongs to me. Possessive pronouns can stand on their own and the noun does not follow the pronoun. Okay? This means when we use a possessive pronoun, the noun does not need to follow the pronoun. Look at the example, you will understand it. This is our school. Possessive adjective. This school is ours. Now this has become a pronoun. Ours. When we are showing that it belongs to us, it is our school. Okay? Now look at this exercise. It will make you understand better. Fill in the blanks with suitable personal or possessive pronouns. I am thinner than he or she is. Okay? I am is a personal pronoun. Then we have he, she. They are far better people than us. We are sure that nobody will support you except them. He knows his duties as well as mine. My mother is angry with me. You see, so we have personal pronoun me. This is a possessive pronoun. This is a third person pronoun. Okay, so this is how we make use of pronouns when we don't want to use a noun again and again. Now the third kind of pronoun we have is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstration means to point or to show something. For example, look at the definition. Pronouns that are used to point out the objects to which they refer are called demonstrative pronoun. Now look at this note. We use this and these to indicate objects that are nearby, while that and those are used for objects that are far away. So this is singular, these is plural when we want to say something that is near us. This book, these books, it means they are near us. But when we want to say something that is far, that boy, those boys, we also have singular and plural in this. Now look at the example. This is my shirt. Okay, that means the shirt is here with me. It is near me, so this is my shirt. Those are Rena's slippers. Now the slippers are kept far away and we are pointing at them. Those are Rena's slippers. Okay, so this is about demonstrative pronouns. Now the next one we have is interrogative pronouns. Interrogate means to ask questions. Whenever we begin a sentence that has the WH word, questions, we call them interrogative pronouns. For example, what, which, who, whose, whom, how. So for example, which is your file? What is the name of that boy? Now look at these two words. We have a which here, which is an interrogative pronoun, and then what, also a question. Okay, so these are interrogative pronouns. Now look at the exercise below. It will make you understand. This says use the correct interrogative pronoun or adjective or demonstrative pronouns to complete the following sentences. What do you want to eat? This is an interrogative pronoun. We are asking a question. Which color do you like? These fruits are rotten. So rotten means something that has spoiled. So we are talking about fruits that are kept near us. These are rotten. It's in plural form. Which movie do you like the most? This is a question. May I borrow this pen? Okay, so we are talking about a pen that is in my hand. May I borrow this pen? And this is singular because pen is also singular. Is that Raj's cousin? Now there's somebody we see far away. That is why we are using that. The next kind of pronoun we have is reflexive pronoun. Now reflexive pronouns refer back to the subject. They are myself, yourself, themselves, herself, ourselves, himself. This means we are referring back to ourself. I, myself. Okay? I and myself. The noun and then referring back to ourself. For example, I will take you to the park myself. That means me, myself, I will take you to the park. Not anybody else, but I, myself. So myself here is a reflexive pronoun. Karuna made a cake for herself. Now Karuna made a cake. For who did she make it? Herself. Okay? So in these sentences, the subject and the object of the verb refer to the same person or thing. In this sentence, look at it here. We have I, and then we have myself. We are referring to the same person. Okay? The same person or the same thing, not a different person. Reflexive pronouns are formed by adding self to the singular pronouns. So we have the singular pronoun my, your, him, her. We have to add a self. Self means we are talking about ourselves. That is why it is called reflexive. Okay? Now the next kind of pronoun we have is emphasizing pronoun. A pronoun that is used for the sake of emphasis is called an emphasizing pronoun. Their form is same of reflexive pronouns, for example, myself, herself, himself. Now you see we are going to emphasize. That means we are given one word more importance. We are trying to highlight an information. The form that is going to be used is the same as reflexive pronouns, myself, himself. Let's look at an example. I myself refused to go to the function. Now look at the difference here. When we use an emphasizing pronoun, it is placed just next to the first personal pronoun. In the sentence above, when we are talking about reflexive pronoun, I is in the beginning, myself is in the end. But in this sentence, we have them both together because we are emphasizing. We are given this word more importance. We're talking that I myself refused. Okay, not anybody else, but I myself. Now, emphasizing or emphatic pronouns can have two positions. Look at it. The first position it has is just immediately after the subject I. I is the subject here. Myself is the emphasizing pronoun. It will come here. And then the second position it will have is later in the clause. This research will be finished in this year itself. Okay. This means look at it here in the end. It is later. So it can have both the positions in the beginning, after the subject, else in the end. Now let's look at this exercise. It says, in each sentence, state whether the pronoun is reflexive or emphatic in nature. Now let's see the difference. The dog looked at itself in the pond. The subject here and then this pronoun are the same. Itself here we are referring to the dog. So this is a reflexive pronoun. We ourselves cleaned up the garden. Now you see we have ourselves placed right after the subject. And this is the rule we saw for emphatic pronoun. We have to write our letters ourselves. So we have we here and ourselves, which is also talking about we. Pratik loves singing to himself. Himself is also Pratik. So when we have the same subject for this pronoun, we call it the reflexive pronoun. The little boy hurt himself rather badly. Who hurt himself? The little boy. So we are talking about the same people in the sentence. That is why it is reflexive. Now distributive pronoun. What is distributive? Pronouns that show that the person or things are taken singly in separate groups. Okay. Now when we have different things or people and then we take them in single groups. That is separately. Now they are each, one, either, neither, anything. Each one, everyone, one of them, none of them. Words like this show distribution. For example, each of the bags was checked. Each bag, okay, maybe there are 10 bags, so each one of them was checked. That is about distributive. Now reciprocal pronouns, pronouns that denote mutual action are called reciprocal. That means when there is a mutual, that is each other, both of them will help one another. That is where we have reciprocal. So we have the exercise also. And then we have the indefinite pronouns and relative